Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back sooner rather than later after last week's review, or actually unboxing, of the Power Rangers Deluxe Edition for Rita's Rewind. And today now we have something else. I was actually able to get this on launch day, on release day, by simply just walking into my local EB Games or GameStop, and literally they had a whole bunch of them right behind the counter, and that is the Nintendo Switch 2. So we got that here. Not sure what that W sticker means. Maybe that's just a win for me for actually being able to find one. And you know what? I'm glad a lot of people were able to find one. I've heard a whole bunch of good stories online. People just walked into Walmart, Best Buy, Target, GameStop, anywhere, and they were just able to pick one up. That's nice too, especially for the people that waited in line. I know there was midnight releases even near me. Was out last night around 11 o'clock, and I passed by the mall, and I did see quite a few bit of people waiting around there for the midnight release. So it's nice to know everybody that waited and took the time out of their day got one. So yeah, pretty excited. I'm gonna be upgrading from the OLED Switch. I had the Tears of the Kingdom one for maybe about 2 years. Was a little bit later to the party with that. I had the original Switch, and I struggled through it. I'm pretty hard-headed and didn't want to upgrade, but then battery life, screen brightness, and I got a pretty good deal on the Tears of the Kingdom one, so sold my original, upgraded, and now here we have the Switch 2, which I will be unboxing and we'll check it out. This is just the standard edition. I didn't get the one with the Mario Kart. I probably will pick that up, but I rather the full physical copy, even though I'm going to be paying a bit more for that. What's crazy is over here in Canada, the Mario Kart, what's it, World Tours, or yeah, the new one is $109 brand new. So I think that's maybe around 70 or 80 US, but it's crazy to see a single game price now have 3 digits on there. But yeah, let's take a look what's inside here. I'm going to unbox it. We'll try to start it up, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, so let's get started and see what's inside of the box. Okay, so I guess it's just this sticker right here. Easy. Oh, wrong side. Okay, so we've got that here. Let's take a look. First things first is the actual tablet. It's got a nice weight to it too. Feels a little bit more Steam Decky. Very clean. Switch 2. Let's take a look at the Joy-Cons. The right side. Got the magnetic grip on there too. Put the plastic away, and now we got the right side. I do like how they feel a little bit better. I'm not sure if it's the little bit of added weight, but they are pretty nice. Buttons feel pretty decent too. It is an improvement over the original one. Okay, and we've got the new C button here. Home, snapshot. Everything feels really good. Let's hope that these don't... Okay, I was wondering what these are. Maybe these are for the magnets there. I was actually wondering if that's like a... if it was a third trigger button there. But let's hope, as what I was saying, is that these don't get the drift on it. Let's see how they click in. Okay, that's pretty nice. So I guess at the back, yeah. So you press that to release it at the back there. Next side. Alright, it's very nice and satisfying. Great click to it too. You can definitely feel the size increase on that there. the new kickstand. Let's just take a look and see how that is there. Yeah. Very nice. The black is pretty sleek. I was wishing at first that they brought out some more colors instead of just, you know, this plain black design, but it's pretty clean. And I'm sure in the future there's going to be tons of limited editions and different Joy-Con colors you can get there for the Switch too, but to start off, it's a pretty clean system. It's going to match my Steam Deck and look great beside it there. Let's see what else is in the box. Set that a little bit aside. Okay, so just warning manuals, information. We've got the HDMI cable, which I think it's the same one, or... This one says ultra high speed, so I probably will switch out the cable just in case. And then we have the, I guess, the guardrails and the... What's it called? The grip or string for your hand to make sure. Honestly, I'll never use these. I'll just keep these in the box. Okay. We have got the USB-C port or power adapter there. And of course the USB-C cable to connect it to the system. Here, I'll take out the HDMI cord too here. Just a normal cord, I guess, just high speed. And if you did want to see what these are here, let's take a look. Just for you guys. I'm never going to use it, but yeah, it would just literally slide on if you want to detach them and use them for the individual Joy-Cons there. Never really been a fan of that. It just feels very strange to hold. But yeah, at least these are colored and they have like the original Switch red and blue coloring there going on. Okay, next is the controller grip. And honestly, I still don't have a Switch Pro controller, so maybe for this generation I'll get one. Honestly, most times though I'm playing it handheld. I don't play AAA or any games that come out on a console that's not Switch. I kind of buy it on my PS5 or Xbox. But it is nice to have these, because some games sometimes I do want to play on the TV. Let's just test out how this feels here. Okay, oh, they slide in much better. I kind of prefer that there. It does feel a little bit bigger. I'd have to test it out directly, but not too bad. You know, this can still do the job. Like I said, I've played all of my original Switch games anytime it's on the TV with this, and I didn't notice a difference. Not playing Nintendo competitively or anything like that. Usually just the first-party games that are single player, so yeah. Maybe Smash or Mario Kart once in a while. But that is nice there. Let's just get them back on the side. And it's nice that they are color-coded in, so you always know which side goes where. Finally in the box here, I'm pretty sure that this is the new Switch dock. Yeah, I like it. I like the rounded corners on there. And we've got the fan or exhaust ports on the bottom. Where's everything plugged in? So 2 USBs on the side. Okay, I guess that's in here. I haven't checked out much videos about this, but yeah, okay. So that just comes off there. We've got the USB-C power port, the HDMI port, and an Ethernet port at the very bottom. Let's just slide back in. Yeah, very nice. Let's see how it looks once it goes inside. Okay, let's move the box over. We're done with that part of the unboxing, but yeah, that is very nice. Okay, and just because I got you guys on camera here, we'll give it the first boot up. I know I still have to do the transfer, but we'll just power it on together there. let's go in together. Come on. Switch 2. Alright, it's got a little bit of music. Let me turn up the volume. Okay, that's on max, so first thing, it just looks like they're asking you to select your language, so English, America, accept. I like the clicky sounds too. Alright, so it looks like it'll be taking me through internet setup next. Probably logging into my account and then doing the transfer there. But yeah, I'll do that off camera. And I'm thinking I will do a review 1 week or something from now, letting you guys know my thoughts about how it compared, how the games feel different. I'll probably test out a few. I do want to finish beating Xenoblade Chronicles X. And also, I'm going to test out Pokemon on here because I know there is an upgrade, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet do look substantially better using the Nintendo Switch 2. Okay guys, so that was the unboxing for the Switch 2. What I am going to do now is I'm probably going to connect it to the internet now. Like I said, I'm going to sign in and do the transfer for my old system, make sure all my content is synced over right and everything's working. And next week I'll probably do that review and let you guys know how I feel about the Switch after a few days of use, trying out a few different games and so. Going to try and keep up now more with the recording schedule. Like I said, just last week we had the Power Rangers Rewind Deluxe Edition unboxing, which if you haven't checked that one out, please go and check it. I'm going to try and keep up some good content with some unboxings, some reviews, and it's not always just going to be games. I have the channel named Media Lounge for a reason, because it's going to be covering all things kind of media and entertainment, so movies and shows and anything that I get. I do collect a lot of 4Ks and Blu-rays. We can check that out here too on the channel, do some reviews. Big horror fan, as you see back there. I've got my Dawn of the Dead poster, Friday the 13th, so if you do like those stuff also, make sure to like and subscribe, and you'll see what I put out next. And yeah, pretty hyped to actually get the Switch 2 today, so didn't think I would get one for a few weeks. Main thing is I wanted it before Donkey Kong came out next month. Always been a big fan of those ones on the Super Nintendo and N64, so yeah, pretty hyped to finally get something on launch day without having scalpers asking for double the price. Alright guys, so that's it. Thank you guys all for watching. Like I said, like and subscribe if you can, and leave a comment if you have any questions or have anything you want me to check out. I'm always open to suggestions. Have a great day, guys. Take care.